Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're watching this webinar, greetings to you. Welcome to my webinar, How to Buy and Sell Nigerian Stocks Using Your Smartphone with Less Than 10,000 Naira. Who am I? So my name is Kita Mujiasemi. So that's my photo there. I'm a Google certified digital marketer, a graduate of business management from the University of Calabar, member of the Forbes Black community. I currently run an AI consulting firm called Limitless AI Solutions. So while I was working as a digital skills trainer at the Google Digital Skills for Africa program, I directly helped over 450 persons become Google certified digital marketers. These persons were in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. Indirectly, I assisted in training over 4,500 young persons to acquire digital skills in Nigeria, in NYC camps, in different higher institutions of learning. Generally, I help individuals and organizations discover opportunities for growth that yield income to fund their desired lives, leveraging on digital tools or assets. So that's my LinkedIn profile. So you can check me up on LinkedIn. My name is Kitamuji Aseme on LinkedIn, and that's the same name I also use on Facebook. So you can check me up. So my story. So I'm the in two images above and below. I'm the gentleman with the white sneakers or the white canvas. So how did I get into stocks? How do I get into stocks, investing in stocks and buying of shares and all? It all began in December 2021. First of all, my dad used to be a banker, and so I've always heard about stocks and invest. I've always been in my space since I was a child because my dad was a banker. But in December 2021, I bought my first set of MTN stocks or shares after it was announced. A number of my close friends got in like I did also. So usually I like to soar with my friends. I like to, when something is working in my life, I share with my friends. So I didn't hold this sense information. I actually bought my first shares as a copper with less than 10,000 naira. It was part of my allowance at the time. Then, sometime in 2022, after I received my first dividend, some other friends reached out to me. So I sent an email to my broker. Then, this broker was assigned to me by one of the organizations that was involved in the sales of the MTN stocks. So I just got an email that I've been assigned to a broker, to a stockbroker. So and they are tested and trusted. I've bought stocks from them, I've sold stocks from them, I've received the money in my account. I've not had to call anybody to say, I bought stocks, so I'm not getting I sold stocks, I've not gotten the money. I never had that challenge. So I was told it was possible for us to buy the MTN stocks from different companies aside the MTN stocks on their trading portal. That's how I got these guys on board, fast tracked them with my former coursemate who was working with my stockbroker, and my broker created a trading account for them for free. So these are testimonials from some of my students. The first one said, "Oh, the training was good. I love the fact that you explained well to everyone's understanding and carried everyone along. I love my progress, and with time, I would invest more. I like the fact you keep updating on what stocks and mistakes not to make when purchasing stocks. You take your time to compile everything. It's a good one. Thank you, coach." So the second person wrote, "Attending the stock exchange online class was a rewarding experience. The trading was straightforward, easy to understand, and well structured, which made it simple for me to follow along. I have gained a lot of valuable knowledge about buying stocks, and this has greatly increased my confidence in my investment journey. Throughout the process, Mr. Kitamudi has been very supportive. He always responds promptly to my questions and provides clear guidance whenever I need help." And so she went on and on and on. So that's it. I usually ensure that my students get results, those who are willing. Some person will just come in, get the training, and don't apply. But those who are action takers, who download this app, register, just the normal process. So these persons have bought their stocks already, started trading on their own. I didn't to help them. I didn't to get their phones for them, buy on their behalf. No, I just told them what to do and they applied it. And now they are stockbrokers already. So I believe this will be your testimony at the end of this training. So who is this training for? If you are a student, so it doesn't matter if people will say, okay, students don't have money to invest. If you are a student, you can buy stocks of 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira. And the thing is, just cultivate that habit of investing as a young person, because if you start investing as a young person, when you are old, you have stocks already you've amounted. If a lot of stocks you have invested in that will keep you, that will give you passive income. As an NYSC corps member, I started as a copper, as a civil servant, entrepreneur, career professional, anyone seeking to create sustainable sources of income or interested in investing in the Nigerian stock market or any stock market, anyone seeking a lifetime investment. So who is this training not for? All those persons who are disciples of Ponzi scheme, lovers of get rich quick schemes. This training is not for you. Those persons who don't have risk tolerance. Those persons who have short-term financial, not short-term financial goals in the sense that they want to invest 1,000 naira today and they want to get 10 million naira tomorrow. This training is not for you. So note, to invest in stocks, one must have a long-term investment mindset. It's advisable usually, but there are people who perhaps who are just traders. They just buy stocks. Once it appreciates, they flip it and just cash that profit and move on. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. No, Warren Buffett, as of 2025, is the sixth wealthiest man in the world. Started buying Coca-Cola stocks in 1988. Today, his company, Berkshire Hathaway, has or owns over 400 million units of Coca-Cola stocks, which is approximately 9% of the company. The dividends to be paid in 2025 for the amount of stocks they have is over 800 million US dollars. Imagine. So he didn't start today. I think these the let me not say, I think the stocks are the current stocks they have. So I think it's worth over $1 billion US or so. Last time I checked. So misconceptions about stock investing. Some persons will tell you, you require a large sum of money to start buying stocks. You do not. I actually started with 10,000 naira, less than 10,000 naira. You can, if you have 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira, you go on your app and you can buy some stocks at that amount with what you have. So the major thing is just inculcate or imbibe that habit or cultivate the habit of investing. Some people have this belief that it is hard. It is not hard. Some people think it is a get rich quick scheme. It is not a get rich quick scheme. You need to know so much about stock trading before starting. You don't need to know so much. You just need a little bit basic information to get started. And as you progress, you begin to update your information bank on stocks investing. So there are some terminologies in stock investing. Before I get to that, there are some do's and don'ts about investing in stock. First, you have to know yourself. Like, is it Socrates who said, "Man know thyself," or Aristotle, "Man know thyself." You have to know yourself. One of them said so. You have to know your risk appetite. You have to start early, start small, start with what you have, and you have to start now. Don't say, "I'll do it next year. I'll start next year." You can start this year, 2025, when I'm recording this video. Now, buy shares of great companies and hold. So when a company is doing very well, instead of buying and selling, buy it and hold it. Research before you buy stocks. Do not follow the crowd. Research before you buy stocks. Don't buy based on emotions. And usually I advise invest for the long term and try to avoid losing money. So first, you need to craft your investment goals. You could say, okay, the next 5 years I want to buy at least 1 million units of stocks. That 1 million, like they will say in China, that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So you could start with, maybe perhaps you have 2,000 naira. You start with that. You start buying your stocks. You realize one day, maybe less than that 5 years, you've acquired over 1 million units of stocks. So let's get into business. Terminologies in stock investing. What is a stock? A stock is simply a type of investment that gives you a percentage of ownership in a company. So you just buy a slice or a piece of a company. So when you purchase a company stock or a piece of a company, you are purchasing a small piece of that company, and when that company makes money, you also make money. So an owner of a stock is called a shareholder. And usually stocks are represented by ticker symbols. What are ticker symbols? Just like There are just symbols that represent the stocks. For instance, I'm trying to recall. Don't worry, I'll give an example later. Mm, Also, you can refer to stock, shares, equities, they all mean the same thing. So, what is the stock market? The stock market is the platform where stocks of companies are bought and sold. When you buy a stock, you are buying a piece of the company. So, it's usually regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, the Nigerian Stock Exchange is Nigeria's official market for trading stocks. Companies list their stocks so that investors like yourself and myself can buy and sell them. So, other stock exchanges around the world include the New York Stock Exchange, um, Kenya Stock Exchange. Kenya has its own stock exchange, Ghana has its own, and different countries, Nasdaq, London, etc. What is a dividend? A dividend is an amount of money paid to shareholders, usually in annually by a company out of its profits. So when a company makes a profit, they take a major share of the profit to invest back in the company. So it's a fraction. They could decide to distribute that fraction to all their shareholders. Now, for example, since 21 when I bought MTN stocks, I have received dividend 4 times: in April 2022, in August 2022, in March 2023, and in August 2023. I'll show you proof. Now, dividends are paid based on the number of shares you have in a company. For example, if you have 1,000 stocks or shares in a company and it is agreed that 10 naira will be paid as dividends per share, your share will be 1,000 units times 10 naira, which is now be 10,000 naira. That will be paid to your account, the bank account. Now, these are proofs of my MTN dividend stocks, or MTN dividends, proofs of my MTN dividends payment that I received. So the first one, April 2022. The second one was August 2022. The third was March 27, 2023, and the last was August 16, 2024. 2023, sorry. So this is a dividend paid to my. These are just notifications. They send me an email. Oh, Kita, we have sent you your money. The summary was they sent me my dividend to my bank account. So classification of dividends. Dividend can be classified into different subsegments. The first one is classification based on timing. Interim dividend. Dividend during the financial. These are dividend paid during the financial year or mid-year of a company based on partial profit. It does not require shareholder approval. I'm thinking, or I believe my MTN dividends. Let me just go back there again. You see, two of these dividends here, one in 2022 and the other one in 2023. I believe they are under this interim dividend. Now, final dividends are usually paid at the year end based on full audited profits. It requires AGM approval. AGM stands for Annual General Meeting. It's usually the main or latest payout. Classification of dividend. Classification of dividend by form of payment. Cash dividend. These are dividend paid directly to shareholders' account. It's the most common form, by cash. Like mine is cash. It's what they call stock dividend. This form of dividend, form of additional shares instead of cash, paid in form of additional shares instead of cash. Then you have the scrip dividend. Shareholders are given the option to receive shares instead of cash. Then you have property dividend. It involves description of assets other than cash or stock. So we have classification based on by frequency or policy. So for instance, regular dividend, it is paid consistently based on a company's stable earnings. Special dividend is a one-time payment often large due to windfall profits. Extra dividend is an addition to a regular dividend, often not reoccurring or recurring. Liquidating dividend is paid from capital reserves when the company is winding up. So I just want you to have this background idea of all of the different classifications of dividends. So you may not need all this information at the go, but it's good that you have them at your fingertip. So There are some dates that one needs to know when it comes to dividend. Declaration date. This is the time that the company officially comes publicly to declare that they were going to pay their shareholders at a certain date for a particular financial year. For instance, let me use an example. Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement could announce in September, now announcement, we are going to pay dividends in the month of December 5th, on December 2025, December 15th, 2025. We're going to pay dividends to all our shareholders. So qualification date. Now, for you to receive a particular share, you must own the shares of such company as of a particular date. Actually, for you to receive a particular dividend for a share. So what that means is, let's use the same Dangote um, cement example. So let's say Dangote Cement comes and say shareholders will be paid in December 15, 2025, their share dividends. But then we will now say only those shareholders who have bought stocks in our company on or before May 31st, 2025 will be paid dividends. So it means that those who bought stocks June 1st, will not 2025 will not be paid dividends. So that's what it means. So closure date is the date into which the dividend amounts declared is removed from the stock price of such company. It is called markdown date. The payment date of course is very obvious, the date at which you receive your dividends in your bank account. So investors versus traders. So an investor, these are people who buy company stocks and hold them long term, usually to receive dividends. They are not quick to sell off their stocks even when price drops, so they play the long term game. So I consider myself more of an investor. I buy my stocks and I just let go. My MTN stocks I bought in December 2021. I sold I sold them actually in January because I needed money for some other investments. We'll get to that during the course of the training. So I sold them for some other investment somewhere. I still have stocks in other companies though. So and it had appreciated. At the time I bought the stocks, I bought them at 160 naira. I sold them for close to 400 naira per, per share. Now, this set of people, the traders, this set of people buy stocks for quick profits, more flipping. They buy to sell. Now, they buy stocks and immediately sell it once it appreciates in value. They buy stocks for short term, usually for quick profits. So, exchange traded fund (ETF). So, it's an investment fund that allows investors to buy a pool of assets. This pool of assets could be stocks, could be bonds, commodities, currency via one purchase and not as individual stocks. What does that mean? So, for instance, um, I could choose to buy the S&P 500 ETF, which means once I buy that stock, let's say that stock is $500, it means I bought a fraction of the 4,500 companies in the US, the top 500 companies or 4,500 companies, top 500 companies in the US with a single purchase. Now, if I was to go buy this stocks individually, it would have cost me more. For instance, some all these companies, their stocks are worth over $400, $300 per unit. So investing in ETFs saves one a lot of stress on if you are just starting out though. So an ETF, there are different segments. You can find gold ETF, you can find tech related ETFs. Now people invest in ETFs for instant diversification, for ease to trade it's easy to trade like stocks and cheaper to buy than individual stocks. It's easy to trade like individual stocks. Now, index funds. It is similar to ETF, but instead of picking random stocks, it copies a market index. So it is not managed by stock pickers but by an index. Unlike an ETF that is bought off a stock exchange, it is bought directly from a fund company. So usually, like ETF could just be marked. Okay, this sector could maybe a gold sector. We could have ETFs in gold, but index is quite different. The index just could just pick a block of companies. Studies them, and perhaps could just create an asset around them. Benefits of trading stocks: one, source of finance for other investment plans. That's one of the benefits of stocks. Another one is you enjoy a portion of the company's earnings via dividends. So you are not working in the company, but the company is paying dividends. You know, it's passive income. It creates passive income for an individual. Stocks allow you to earn while you sleep through dividends and capital gains. Yes, capital appreciation. So regulated market. Public companies must disclose financials so as to give investors data for data making. So you cannot. One of the benefits of investing in stocks is the market is regulated. So public companies must disclose their financials. They don't keep it secret. Multiplied returns via reinvesting in dividends. So when they pay your dividends, you reinvest your dividends back in buying more stocks in that company. You can invest in individual stocks, investment funds, or ETFs, depending on your risk appetite and financial goals. So these are some stocks I'm recommending you could get. Seplat. At the time I bought Seplat in 2023, Seplat was less than 2,000 naira. Today it's valued at over 5,379 naira 30 kobo. MTN. I bought MTN at 169 in 2021. Now it's 435 naira per stock. Airtel, Dangote Cement, GTB, so another one. Then Boa Cement and Boa Sugar. So those are some stocks one could get. So, but I will tell you how you can access these 101 profitable Nigerian stocks later on in this training. Risk management and safety tips. Protect your capital. Yes, I can't hammer on that enough. Just protect your capital. Invest in verified and legitimate sources of investment or investments. So don't go and invest your money in get rich quick schemes. You might most likely lose your money. So how much to invest? Start with what you are comfortable losing. Even if it's 10,000, it's fine. So I won't tell you go and start with 1 million, where perhaps you can't afford that. Just start there. I started with less than 10,000 naira, and I've been building from there. Inflation and recession. Focus on strong dividend-paying stocks. Yes, focus on getting or investing in buying strong dividend-paying stocks. Avoid scams. Use only licensed brokers. My broker is licensed by the regulatory body in Nigeria. So be aware of guaranteed return promises too as well. So these are some risk management and safety tips one needs to adhere to. So clearinghouse number. Now this is like your NIN It is a unique number that identifies each investor in the Nigerian capital market. I could call it the NI of stock trading. So you don't need to bother yourself. I know you might be asking now, how do I get this number? Without this number, you can't buy stocks. Don't worry, your broker, my broker, will create one for you. Now, Central Securities Clearing System, CSCS. This is Nigeria's Central Securities Depository, licensed to carry out the depository, clearing, and settlement of all transactions in the Nigeria capital market. So your broker will usually create this account for you. This is a licensed broker. He will create this account. So when you create this account, you get an account number and also your CHN number. So if, for instance, you go to another broker, you want to start buying stocks from another broker, they request for this number and the request for your CHN number and this your Central Securities Clearing System number. So once you put it there, your other stocks, so it does a play to track all your investments, so they can move your stocks from one broker to the other broker just as you want. So now, how do you get started buying stock? First thing, it is very simple. Like I said in one of the misconceptions about investing in stocks, some people think that stock investing or buying of stocks, it's very, very complex. It's very, very difficult. It's not. If you can access WhatsApp, you can buy and sell stocks. So you need to open an account with a reliable and trusted stockbroker like mine. Now, once your account is set up, you can choose the platform to search for stocks you're interested in buying and buy the stocks. It is not rocket science. As simple as this looks, a lot of persons have been duped. Yes, a lot of persons have been duped. As simple as this process. Now, brokers are everywhere. You can see the fake and legit brokers. They are very plenty on Google, so you can use that option, or you can use my broker. My broker will not charge you a dime. It won't charge you a dime for you to create an account for you to start trading stocks. It won't charge you a dime. And I've bought stocks and sold stocks using their platform. Now, so that's it for this part of the training. And next, yeah. So I want to introduce you to my stocks mastery workshop. Yeah. So my stocks mastery workshop. So I want to go in depth. I can't go much in depth here. I want to go much in depth in this stocks mastery workshop. So let me show you what this is all about. So what's stock mastery workshop all about? It's a hold you by hand, a simple and a very practical class with support that will make that will, that will make you master to make you master stocks trading after the class. Yes, like my other students now. So after the class on your own, you won't even need my assistance, although I'll still be there to support you. But on your own, you can buy stocks, you can sell stocks on your own, unaided. So you be like a master on your own after this workshop. See what some of my students are saying. The first person here say, I want to say a very big thank you to Kita Aseme for his training on stocks buying and trading on Nigeria Stock Exchange. Kita really broke down the concept of buying and selling stocks with practical examples. He showed us what was working, no fugazi at all. He taught even the complex concept of analyzing company performance and co with such simplicity that it could be impossible not to understand. You understand what I'm saying? And his support, my God, Kita was very supportive. Yes, I always give support to all my students. I always give support. Not that after they sign up, they are just abandoned. I don't do that. I always support them until they start buying stocks. So in fact, they have my lifetime support. Anytime they can just send me a message on WhatsApp, okay, this is what I want to buy these stocks. I don't. Sometimes I send a message. How far? It's been a while. What are you doing currently? It's okay. I bought more stocks. I'm just keeping it. So, like I said, after the training, with constant follow-ups, reminders, and documented guides from me that everyone in the training could implement. So, by implementing what I got from Kita's training, I was able to successfully process. In fact, he had to process his unclaimed dividends from some other broker, you know, and transfer his shares to my preferred stockbroker. Now, if you are reading this, I want to thank you. It's thanking me now and telling me that I should keep up the good work. I'm a solid man, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. The second person, I say sentiment aside, the training session is the most comprehensive training teaching of the stock market within a short time period. Despite the fact that I read economics, that he himself read economics, I never had the knowledge the knowledge that deep before now. As I speak, I not only know how to buy stocks for investment, but also have a good understanding of the best time to buy, sell, and even hold. I taught them everything. I also have a good understanding of the metrics to look out for before investing and timing of returns. These are just a few amongst many other things. The knowledge and understanding the facility offered me have helped him to become a stock trader in a reputable company such as I had to blow those companies, and I shared a lot of companies for them, profitable Nigerian companies they could invest in. Now I'm still observing the market strictly based on the cost guideline while also learning the process. I wish I had attended this session long before now. You see, I thank God that he jumped in. Thank you for not getting tired of my frequent questions. You see what you just said there. Thank you, Kita, for not getting tired of his frequent questions. Yes, because I know that we are all learning. In as much someone is making that move to learn, yeah, I have to be there to ensure that okay, I provide the needed support, the answers, the guide necessary to help him get started. Because I know that once he gets started, he may not even need my support anymore as much as when he's still trying to navigate the ropes. So this is another testimonial. I would say if it hadn't been you, I wouldn't know anything on how to get my shares or start investing in shares. The support has been great. Your assistance in my registration and helping me get started also see that I'm growing in it, and also through the shares training Because this, I'm able to connect with one of the best brokers in the world. Thank you, Kita. So my name is Kita Moji, but most person address me as Kita. So let's she's o'clock start investing. So her name is Veronica. So this is another person, Ferranmi. I'm glad I came across this course. Didn't know I could buy shares that easily. I have even informed a few persons close to me about this opportunity. Thank you for following up on my account opening process. I already given up before you asked and put me through. You see, she had given up. I say I no agree. She has to get it right. She has to get started, and I gave her the support, and she was willing to move. So that's it. So plus, I like the fact that you post openings and opportunities on your status. Okay, that's another different thing. I don't regret purchasing the course, even if it was only to get your contact. So aside the stocks mastery workshop, see what you're going to get when you join the stocks mastery workshop. First, access to my broker free of charge. Yeah, my broker's platform. Now my broker is a Nigerian's leading investment banking banker, securities trading, investment management, built to serve the distinct needs of different business owners, strategic and long-term investors. It is licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission as a fund portfolio manager. It's a broker dealer that holds trading licenses in NGX, FMDG, FX, and NASD exchanges. And for now they only trade on Nigerian stocks. Which, don't worry, I will also expose you to some other platforms, very very legit platforms too, that you could buy US stocks. There are some I will get to that. So also, this my broker has won Euro Money Awards for excellence as Nigeria's best investment bank in 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2019, 2023, 2020, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Didn't end there. They are Africa's best bank for advisory. They won that in 2016, 2018, 2019, and 2021. They won the Global Finance Best Investment Banks Awards, the category of Best Investment Bank in Nigeria in 2023, Best Equity Bank in Africa 2024. Now this company, this my broker, it has offered advisory services for brands like the Federal Government of Nigeria, Lagos State Government, Rivers State Government, Access Bank, Sigma Pensions, Titan Trust Bank, First Guaranteed Pension Limited, Coronation, and you name it. So it has also been a lead arranger and joint arranger, lead issuing house for different organizations such as MTN, FCMB, Access Bank, Boa Group. So that's the broker I use. I've never had issues with them. I've been buying from them, buying stocks from them, selling stocks with them on their platform. I've never been to their office. They have expressions in Nigeria and in Ghana. So like I said, I will give you access to, I'm going to give you 101 recommended profitable Nigerian stocks. 100 companies, 101. You can see this, you can see it now. Stock value as of September 2025, the latest 101 companies. You just go through them. Definitely still do your research though, but you just go through them. 101 companies that have paid most of them have paid dividends or are dividend paying companies. You just check them. So when you want to buy stuff, don't need to rack your head. You just go through the list, then check, still go and do your research. Usually advise you do your research too before buying. I also give 101 recommended US stocks. Yes, company stocks, US company stocks that are doing very very well to go and buy. Some of them you don't even know about them. I'm going to recommend them for you to buy. Now, a bulk of these companies here, and there are about 41 of these companies that Warren Buffett has stocks in this company. Aside, okay, the most popular one is Coca-Cola. Aside Coca-Cola, there are 40 other companies that he has bought stocks from. They are part of this list that I'm going to share with you. Now, access to a platform that you can buy 8,000 foreign stocks. If you want to buy US stocks, I'll give you access to a broker that will give that you can buy 8,000 foreign stocks. 8,000 from just from your phone, and the value of this is like 200,000 naira. The value of this one of my 100 profitable US stocks is 100,000. The value of 101 recommended profitable Nigerian stock, the value is like 100,000 naira. Now, package 5, access to a platform you can buy 4,000 Nigerian, US, United States, and UK stocks. Yes, I'll give you a platform you can buy 4,000. Imagine you have a platform that has over 4,000 stocks, Nigerian stocks, or US stocks, UK stocks, and the value of that is over 200,000. Package 6, access to a two. I'll give you access to two platforms. You can buy Nigerian and US stocks. Two different platforms that you can buy Nigerian and US stocks aside my broker. So I want you to have lots of options. Like you have lots of options. You are not tied to one broker or one platform. You have lots and lots of options to choose from. Package 7, I'm going to teach you how you can use AI to research performing stocks you can buy. Yes, I'm going to teach you that. How you can use AI to research performing stocks you can buy. I taught this to my students. So I'm going to teach you this one too in that class. The value of this is 100,000 naira. Now I'm going to give you a guide on when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold your stocks, and how to know what stocks to buy. So this guide is valued at 50,000 naira. I think one of my students who just read it said so that I taught them what to buy, when to buy, what to buy, when to buy, and when to hold. Package 9, guide on how to analyze your company, analyze company stocks before you buy. I'm going to give you a guide. It's going to teach you how you can analyze company stocks before you buy. You don't just go and enter and just buy based on emotions. That's not it. It's a guide. It's a way to go about it. I'm going to give you that guide. Package 10, guide on trading and investment strategies. I'm going to give a guide, what valued at 20,000 naira, that will teach you how to trade on trading and investment strategies. I'm going to give you a guide on how to invest during scary economic times. This guide is valued at 20,000 naira. So how you can invest during scary economic times, like the current economic time now. So I'm going to give you a guide. So when you go through that guide, what kind of stock can you go to buy during that in a scary economic time? What kind of stock? You don't just buy any kind of stock. That's specific kind of stock that you buy that come rain come shine doesn't affect that. Like it keeps the it doesn't depreciate. So that kind of stocks you ought to buy. So that's the guide I'm going to share with you. So you have lifetime access to my support. Yes, in as much I'm moving forward in my group. Anytime you can always reach out. You can always reach out to me. So you have lifetime access to my support group. The value is priceless. So I will serve as a community. It will serve as a community to answer all your questions if you get stuck on the way. You also get to meet and network with like minds as yourself. So my support platforms are usually open. So my students can usually interact. Oh, which stock is working? Which stocks are you buying now? Which one should I go and buy? Oh, sell this one. Creates a community. That's a community that I created. So you're going to be part of that community for life. So see more testimonials from my students. In fact, this testimony is from one person. Now I'm not going to read everything, but he said that he started 2024. The journey just started in 2024, but I'll start it from here in 2025 when he said that was the first 2 months of 2025. After an incident in February, I promised myself that he was not going to get involved in stocks again. He was going to get a book. In fact, he went entered a bank. He said at the bank there that I went to customers ask questions about stocks, and they were like, no, that they can't. That how can one buy them? I did the same thing but they refused. They refused him to ask, maybe to introduce him to a broker. So that day he saw my status when I was saying I was going to organize this training. I saw a post on Brother Peter's wall that he wanted to tutor people how to buy stocks and buy stocks. I felt God. I felt like God has brought me to the place I needed to be. I messaged him, we talked, and I told him the apps to download. So simply that post on the status update has helped me bypass many phases and save me more than I can. So he now buys stocks on his own. He didn't need my help. I didn't take his phone to help him buy this, but he on his own he has mastered it already. You get. So So this is another person said the training was really insightful and far beyond just the general class. You personally guided me step by step until I was able to set up my account and certainly buy my some stocks. Since then, I have been able to carry out transactions on my own. It has been working well. Your support throughout the whole process made everything a lot easier and gave me the confidence to continue. So that's it. One of my his name is Jeremiah. On that person here said the most impactful moment was when you shared 5 recommended stocks to buy right away. In fact, then I used to these are my old students, so then I it was 5 I've given, now I'm giving 101 recommended stocks to buy. I invested in one of them and it has already paid me dividends. Imagine. That first dividend notification was a truly validation of his guidance, you see. What you set his training apart was his ongoing support. Sakita was always available to answer my questions with patience and clarity. I go always there for you. Once you sign up to my program, I go always there for you. You have any challenge, send me a DM on WhatsApp. I respond. I'm always online. Sakita was always available to answer my questions and patience and clarity, proving he was genuinely invested in my success long after the course ended. Imagine, long after the course ended, I was still reaching out. He was still reaching out to me. The channel of communication was open. Thanks, Sakita, I have progressed from a complete novice to a confident investor with a growing portfolio. His mentorship has been invaluable in changing my financial future. I cannot recommend his training highly enough. Sincerely, a grateful and confident investor. So that's it. So if you want your testimony like this, I always be there for you. I answer your question. Sure, you get started because the joy is seeing someone. Because I didn't get this opportunity very, very, very. Let me not say very, very early because I didn't know how. Then it was more complex than it is right now. I always know that you buy stocks, but I didn't know how to go about it. I just said, go on, you have to meet a broker. And then now it's easier, but a lot of people are not aware. So mine is just to ensure that people get this light and run with it. They invest so that tomorrow we should be the next set of billionaires tomorrow. And not how wishing had I known. So this is what you'll be getting at the Stocks Mastery Workshop. Access to my brokers platform. I'm still going to guide them, everything. 101 recommended profitable Nigerian stocks, 101 recommended profitable US stocks, access to a platform to buy 8,000 foreign stocks, valued at 200,000, platform to buy 4,000 Nigerian, US, and UK stocks, valued at 200,000. Access to 2 platforms you can buy Nigerian and US stocks, how to use AI to research performing stocks to buy, valued at 50k, guide on when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold your stocks, guide on how to analyze company stocks before buying. So you're not just going to be buying, there's a way to go about it. Guide on trading and investment strategies, guide on how to invest during scary economic times. Package 4, a lifetime access to my support group. So all this, the value of everything I'm going to give is worth 1,360,000 naira. The value of what I'm going to give to you. If I add all this value together, that's what this training is worth. But that's not what you are going to use to sign up. Nothing. It's just shawarma money. Date and time. So it's a virtual class. So the date will be communicated in the community group. It is usually held on a Saturday. I like Saturday classes in my students. So most of our classes are Saturdays. So we'll just take our time. Because weekdays, work, school, they might be distracted. So weekends for us. After you've gone for Onwambe, you come for the class. So you won't be paying 300,000 for this. I won't charge 300,000. I won't charge you 200,000. I won't charge you 100k. I won't charge you 50,000 for this. I won't charge you 20,000 for this. Just 14,999 naira to just get into this Stocks Mastery Workshop. 14,999 naira. Again, this is what you'll be getting. You'll be getting access to 2 platforms. This is what you'll be getting. You're going to get access to my broker, 100 recommended profitable Nigerian stocks, 101 recommended profitable US stocks, access to a platform you can buy 8,000 foreign stocks, a platform you can buy 4,000 Nigerian, US, and UK stocks, access to 2 platforms you can buy Nigerian and UK US stocks, how to use AI to research performing stocks to buy, guide on when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold your stocks, guide on when to analyze comparing stocks before buying, guide on how to on trading and investment strategies, guide on how to invest during scary economic times, lifetime access to my support group. So this is how much you're going to sign up, 14,999 naira. So just click the button below this video and you will have access to the stocks mastery workshop in a matter of seconds. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you just check the description section of the YouTube. But if you are watching on my website, you just click the button below. So, and in case you are wondering, yes, is there any guarantee? Yes, there's a 30-day money bank guarantee. So you're not just, I won't just say, okay, pay it and I'll leave you. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. What does that mean? It means that if after 30 days of grabbing this stocks mastery workshop and the packages attached and the training, it does not meet your expectation, just send me a WhatsApp message for a refund. If after 30 days you are like, you have not been able to buy stocks, you are not paying attention to me, perhaps the training it did not meet your expectation, just ask. You can see the testimonials from my students. I'm always there for them. My own is, no student has ever asked me, give me my money. I must wow you. Like, it must exceed expectations. I always strive to ensure that I exceed the expectations of my students. That's why I had those beautiful testimonials, and there are more testimonials. So now is the time to get started. Click the button below and let's get started right now. If you are watching this on YouTube, just check the description section. If you're watching on my website, just click the button below this on how to join the stocks mastery workshop. So the price again is just 14,999 naira to get started. See, more testimonials. Shares the clock was actually an eye-opener and helped me understand how shares operate. Before, I thought it was something quite difficult, but you made it easy to understand, and that enabled me to navigate the app and bought my stocks on my own. You see, she bought it on her own. I just taught her what to do, showed her the way, and she bought it on her own. This other person said, I had a great experience buying shares thanks to the support of Sakita. I always support my students, and both of them are ladies. He guided me through the process and helped me overcome any challenge that came up. The process was straightforward, and I am glad I made the decision to invest. This another person, Mercy. I love the fact that you were so intentional toward making sure we accomplish the vision of becoming investors. The constant reminders and motivation was a huge help to someone like me that usually forgot and procrastinated easily. You see, I always follow up with my students because that's the joy that they are bought stocks. That's the joy I derive. I also appreciate your follow up after buying the book. Then it was an ebook. Now it's a full course, now a full program that then it was just send the ebook. They go and now I put in the WhatsApp platform, ensure that everything is carried along, move with them, share everything I need to share with them, and move. After buying the book, you are always there whenever we needed you or need enlightenment on some confusing stuff regarding how to get started. Unlike some people that fond of abandoning their students after payment, they don't do follow up or even care whether the goal was accomplished or not. You see, I'm not them. I have to ensure that you pass. I have to ensure that you start investing. That's the joy I derive. That's what gives me fulfillment. So this other person, Favor, say, good evening, sir. Chess o'clock was a straightforward guide on getting started in investment with your broker. It was and is educative, practical. Support, Omo, you were there, like always available to assist, answer questions. You went the extra mile to ask your insider friend my personal questions and give hope, especially when my login was having serious issues. Then the platform she was using was not the current platform we're using now. They've onboarded us to a better platform. So then now you won't have any challenge. You carried my matter on your head. You see what she's saying? Asking if I had purchased any share. Time for dividend payment. You were sure to ask if I got mine. Yes, not just MTN. I also got from GT. She's bought GT Bank stocks too. Once again, you asked me about Seplat. Man, it stuck to my memory. I really had some cash. I bought it. Going a step further, when asked about other company stocks not sold by, you gave me a prompt and reliable answer. You hear? So you are indeed a force to reckon with. Thank you, sir. So that's it. I always ensure that my students get the best I can offer. I always go the extra mile because that's the joy I derive. That um, someone I was privileged to be part of another man's success. You know, so I just do everything I can to ensure that that person goes forward, to ensure that that person achieves their set goal and objective. So the little part I could play, and that's what I did. And these are just some few testimonials from those who have taken this program. So once again, click on the link below in the description section and you have access to the stocks mastery workshop in a matter of seconds. If you are watching this on YouTube, just go to the description section of the YouTube video and you click on that link and it will take you to where you will sign up with 14,999 naira. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side.